Just when you thought the Arizona Cardinals drama was over, the past always seems to rear its ugly head back in the mix. The Arizona Cardinals are still dealing with the accusations from Terry McDonough back in April of this year. We're going to dive into all the updates and all the things that you need to know. Let's get started. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back into another video. Definitely do me a huge favor, smack the like button on this video and subscribe for more Arizona Cardinals content. Follow me on all my social platforms. Everything will be in the description below. All right, everybody, let's go and dive right into it here. Let's talk about the latest accusations from Terry McDonough. Now, if you do not know what I'm talking about, back in April of this year, there was an article published by ESPN saying that former VP Terry McDonough came out and said that Michael Bidwill flat out cheated during the 2018 campaign. And not only that, he was very belittling to a lot of employees. He almost made a pregnant woman cry. It was just a lot of, things that were put out there that kind of shocked the Arizona Cardinal fans as well as the national media. Now, after that was put out, it all kind of seemed to kind of calm down and everybody allowed, the investigations to go through. But recently, yesterday, there was another article posted that Steve Wilks, former head coach of the Arizona Cardinals, came out and stated that the burner phone accusation was absolutely true. Let's go ahead and dive right into this article here. I think it kind of paints a picture very perfectly exactly what happened and what Steve Wilks, former head coach of the Arizona Cardinals, had to say. So let's go and dive right into it. It says this: former Arizona Cardinals head coach Steve Wilks testified that a team executive gave him a burner phone to communicate with former general manager Steve Keim under orders from Keim and team owner Michael Bidwill during Keim's suspension. According to a deposition transcript obtained by ESPN, Bidwill and other executives communicated with Keim throughout the suspension for drunk driving, including while the Arizona Cardinals negotiated a 3-year, $39 million contract extension with running back David Johnson, Wilks said. The NFL said at the time it would not impose additional punishment against Keim after the team suspended him. So the punishment for former general manager Steve Keim for driving drunk and getting a DUI in Chandler, Arizona was the idea that he was going to be suspended and he had no communication with anything Arizona Cardinals. Now, the big problem here is that Steve Wilks is now concurring and actually kind of backing up the fact that what Terry McDonough originally said, that Michael Bidwill is a cheater. He's coming out and saying that yes, there was truly indeed burner phones out there and there was a way to communicate with former general manager Steve Keim, which the Arizona Cardinals personnel should have not done anything like that. Now, in this article, there's a lot of good information. I'm going to go ahead and just highlight a couple paragraphs here. If you guys want to read the full article, I highly recommend you go onto ESPN to go ahead and check it out yourself. But pertaining to Steve Wilks and staying with him, there is also an incident pertaining to Michael Bidwill and him saying that he pretty much cussed him out in front of his 9-year-old son. And this is what the article said. Wilks said Bidwill had berated him multiple times, including a post-game incident that occurred in front of his 9-year-old son. He was driving home with his son after a game and called Bidwill. He said as soon as he picked up, it was just cuss words and how embarrassed he was about the game, and he can't really, bring his friends or anybody in the box, Wilks said, adding that his son later asked him, "Daddy, why is that guy talking to you like that?" So it's just absolutely insane, right? Terry McDonough was one of the first guys that kind of came out and said that Michael Bidwill is not the nicest guy out there, right? And Steve Wilks is kind of coming out here and saying, yeah, I had some incidents, back and forth with Michael Bidwill as well. So absolutely insane right there. Now, we do got to go ahead and give it over to the Arizona Cardinals because they did respond, obviously in a, public relations type of response, but this is the response and what they said. As much as we would like to share the truth of what happened, the confidentiality order in place prohibits us from doing so, the Cardinals told ESPN in a statement. Because Wilks has not yet been cross-examined by the Arizona Cardinals attorneys, deposition has not been admitted into the record. According to the identical statements from both team and spokesperson and McDonough's attorney, Wilks' attorney and NFL spokesman declined comment. So the Arizona Cardinals are coming out saying that you didn't allow us to talk to Wilks, right? We didn't get our chance to have our attorneys talk to Wilks. So at this very moment, they're not going to continue to, provide any information at this very moment. I believe they're going to allow the courts to figure this all out, but man, what a huge big mess that's currently happening with the Arizona Cardinals. Just when we thought the drama was over, here it comes again, and we just have to kind of worry about, as Cardinal fans, what are the repercussions, right? What's going to happen to the Arizona Cardinals? Now, in a perfect world, I think most Cardinals fans want Michael Bidwill to sell this team. I don't think it's going to come down to that, but we might have to deal with the real realization that the Arizona Cardinals might get punished with draft capital, and that would be something that would be absolutely huge, and I do not want to think of it because Monty Ossenfort has been cooking this year with draft capital and has basically accumulated so many picks to try to make this roster better, right? In his eyes, in his vision, the best he can possibly come up with. So I would absolutely hate the idea if the NFL came out and said that they're going to take draft capital away from the Arizona Cardinals. That would be absolutely infuriating as an Arizona Cardinal fan, because these are the type of things that you would hope that your organization doesn't do, right? Especially because of the whole incident of Steve Keim getting, in trouble, getting a DUI. He was suspended. He shouldn't have any communication with anybody in the personnel here, right? Now, what we've heard so far was kind of here and there, right? We heard a story that Michael Bidwill said that once he figured out that the burner phones existed, he shut it down real quick, right? Now, there was another story saying that Wilks stated that Bidwill was fully aware that there was burner phones happening. So I think burner phones actually existed. Now, it frustrates me to a core to live in a world to think that a multi-billion-dollar organization can kind of get caught slipping like this, or why they even put themselves in a situation like this. I don't know, right? It's absolutely beyond me. But as of right now, the Arizona Cardinals organization are not finding themselves in a good situation. Obviously, the truth is going to come out. I just really hope that the Arizona Cardinals fans aren't the ones to pay for it all, losing draft capital. Now, if Michael Bidwill gets fined, that's fine. I don't think anybody is going to lose sleep over that. But imagine a world of the Arizona Cardinals getting so many draft picks and us being the ones getting punished, right? Because of this organization and how dysfunctional, right? It is from top to bottom, or how it was, right? Now with Monty Ossenfort coming in, we really do hope that everything is changed, the culture's changed. These type of things will not happen in the NFL anymore. And honestly, right now we're just kind of crossing our fingers and hoping that we are not going to be dealing with this anymore. We're going to allow the courts to do their thing. We're going to allow, everything, the truth to come out, and let's see what happens here with the Arizona Cardinals. But definitely not a situation that you want to find yourself as an Arizona Cardinal fan. How are you feeling about the accusations from Terry McDonough, what Steve Wilks has said, what the Arizona Cardinals has said? Let me know here in the comments below, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. As always, have a great rest of your day, and go Cards.